Morning, everybody, or afternoon or night, whenever you're watching this. As you can see, we are in the other container. That's because we're starting a new project. Not the off-road project. This is a completely new project. Well, we are building a truck bed camper for my Ram. But for the base, use some 2x2 just for the framing, and then use some 1/4 inch to encapsulate it with some insulation. Not the best stuff, but the base is nice and sturdy. It's got some caulking all the way around the seams on both sides. And then we just put these uprights on there. These are pretty sturdy right now. So this is the bedside height. And then this top piece is just so when I put these, we're doing 1 foot outers. So when I put these on, I have a place to screw top and on the side. So these are going to be carrying a lot of the load, the vertical load. So my 09 Ram 1500 does not have much bed space. This is a 5.5 foot bed, and there's not much you can do with it. The toolbox will have to come out, but between the wheel wells is just a few inches over 4 feet. And then we're gonna come out to 6 feet wide total over the bed rails, which will bring me right to the edge of here. I really don't want it overhanging a whole bunch and blocking my mirror. End all meet all, this will be, I believe, 7 feet tall, complete total height from the very bottom of this to the very top of the camper. I do have just enough room to be able to do it all in here. There might be a few things we might have to move it out, but we'll figure that out when we get there. All right, so far we got the base made, and we have the sides being put up right now before we start doing the overhang over the bed itself. So I did these corner supports in all the corner. This is actually gonna be the front overhang, and this side's gonna be where the door is. So I do have it marked out. This is the center line, and I'm gonna make it 2 feet wide. The door will be 2 feet wide. So this is a foot off the center on each side. And now we're gonna be starting to make the outriggers or the overhangs. So this is where I'm trying to figure out structurally. These might end up going vertical, and I might double them up just for the outriggers themselves. And then I have two 12-foot 2x4s. I might end up getting 2 more to double them up, because this camper will be 10 to 11 feet on the full overhang over the actual cab of the truck itself. So got the sides all made up, took some 2x4s, doubled them up all the way around, and this line right here is going to be roughly where the door edge is going to be. So tied these in here so I can actually make a door frame all the way up. So door here, cab side over here. I still have to make some cross bracing on each side, because if anybody knows, triangles are much stronger than squares for rigidity. I am probably going to do not this piece, but I am going to do some sort of tie-in. I do not know if I'm going to be doing it in the center or if I'm moving it back. I am trying to think a little bit ahead, because we are going to have some sort of seating area and also a fold-up portion, because the actual mattress that we use is going to be kind of folded into sections. It's going to have to come into the bed space from the overhang on the cab, but I'm going to make it dual purpose where it can latch together as one fold all the way across, or a split fold for a table. So the seating area, I might line up with this post, because I'm trying to think about how the cabinets and storage is going to work. So this is probably going to be how it lines up, and this will obviously be cut down. This is just a spare piece that I accidentally made, because I thought I needed 4 of these, but I only needed 2. So we are going to make a little bit more progress on this. I still do have quite a bit of wood, and we're gonna see what else I can get done. And if anybody is curious, I know there's a lot of videos of people making truck bed campers, so I'm new to this as well. The screws that I am using, I'm just using standard deckmate screws. So using a mixture of 2-inch, 3-inch, and 4-inch. I just ran out of 4-inch, so I do have to go get some more. And then some of the caulking that I've been using, this is the stuff, I don't have a preference. I'm just using, kind of just researching. This is the stuff that I used on both the pieces of plywood for the top and bottom of the floor. But looking at some of this other stuff that's more all-purpose, and like I said, I don't really have much of a perspective when it comes to caulking. Everything eventually wears out. It can say lifetime, but everything eventually wears out. Truck bed campers have to be resealed. Most of them have to be resealed yearly after a couple years. Everything just wears out. Water will get in places, but we will get to that step of trying to seal the entire camper once the whole framing and everything is done. And if anybody is wondering, yes, there is enough room in the container to actually build this whole thing. It is going to be a little bit tight, but we're only making the 7 feet tall complete from bottom up. And even the opening is just under 9 feet. It is going to be kind of hefty once it is all here. I'm going to have to get some people to help me lift it, bring it out. And I'm going to be doing some angle iron bracing on the outside with some heavy duty bolts and doing some flip up jacks. So that'll all get figured out later on as well, but I need to get the main structure first. So these are my uprights. Same method, 2 2x4 posts. These are cut at 20 inches long, and this is going to be where the top rail actually runs over the cab. So measure from base up, and this will give me, I think, about 3 inches of gap between the cab, top of the cab, and the bottom of the overhang. So now I have to get my measurement and see how far I actually want to extend it. Originally, I wanted to do 11 feet, and I might stick to that because I don't want to go past the windshield, but I'm not sure that I want the overhang that long because the farther out you go, the more leverage there is on the overhang itself. So the bed, we're going to be trying to fit a queen size. That's just kind of the sizing. We're not going to be fitting like an actual mattress up there. We're going to be doing some foam boards in a sense that will be able to fold and stack up. So I do have all of this room. So I'm probably going to measure the bed off of this area, and this is the seating area. So I'll probably go 80 inches from this area out and then see how long the actual total overhang. The original 11 feet was from the very back all the way forward. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure there. These are not screwed down yet because I do have to go get some more 12-foot beams, but if I do the measurements correctly, I might not have to. So just taking some measurements, I think we're gonna end up doing a 10-foot span in total, because taking this section, which is gonna be the seating area, so this is a 2-foot section, and a queen size bed is 80 inches. So 80 inches is just a little shy of about 7 feet. So I'm about 6'1". So we have a little bit to play with. So taking that out, just doing an eyeball measurement, going about 10 feet is a little extra than what we need. So I could even go 9.5 feet, but 10 feet is just a little extra to be able to have some cabinet space maybe above the bed. Because like I said, we're not getting an exact queen size bed. We're gonna kind of like build our own mattress top, something that's movable, that can be split into sections. So for this area where it's gonna end up folding down, it can fold up and have stands up to here, because this is where the cabinets will end up being. There might be some sort of storage here, but the bed will come into the actual bed of the truck and then overhang. I just don't like the idea of having a massive overhang, just for structural reasons, you know, integrity over time. I know big campers, but this is going to be a home built camper, and this is the first time I've ever done it. So I want to I want to build it as short as I can and as strong as I can to also keep down weight. So I think we're going to do a 10-foot span instead of 11 foot. Went and got some 10-foot boards. So these are sadly sitting outside. I went to the local lumber store right down the road. Didn't want to go all the way to Home Depot just for these and a box of screws. So I'm gonna let these sit and dry overnight. Don't really want to screw any of this together until they kind of dry out some, because wood will shrink and expand and all that fun stuff. So this is where we're at right now. We got all the sides on. I have all the upright posts made. And once these boards dry, could put them on there, run them out, and start building the rest of it up. If any of you guys have any questions or just want to throw a comment down there, I'd appreciate it. I'm not going to be extremely helpful on any questions that anybody has. I can give you my input on what I'm doing. Not that I'm doing it the right way or doing it the wrong way. I'm not exactly a structural guy. I don't build buildings or anything like that. I'm just using the knowledge that I have and the knowledge that I find out and going from there. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different than the off-road scene, but this will be well worth it for when we go camping in Natchez. So as always, I hope y'all stay off-road.